thing is when you do make the cut back in, kind of try to cut like right into his center. Like you're right, like almost bumping him from that space and maybe up a little. So you don't want to really, don't so much pass your partner. But kind of try to deviate from the little center space and then cut back into the center space like that. Okay, so coming in here like that, pretty tight. Then this hand can either strike or sweep. Okay. You can do it all in one movement where you're just sweeping. And when you follow your partner down, try to actually follow your partner down. So don't let them go and then you can like disconnect. So try to, once you make connection to your uke, try to stay kind of connected to your uke. Without being, doesn't have to be really oppressive, just has to be like glue. Okay. So just stay connected. Okay? Right. Give it a try. And consider is never let your partner land their center weight. So I'm going to be actually in before Matt has a chance to kind of drop his center. Like if once he drops his center, okay, and I'm here like this, you can still do it. Just you have to kind of cut in, kind of go up a little bit to uproot his center, so that's the effort. But if you don't do that and you're late and you don't uproot his center, then you're just pushing on a big old solid mass that's anchored itself. Does that make sense? So if you're a little bit behind in the timing and you felt this inflection in his movement, in other words, he's dropped his movement, then you're going to have to actually bump him out of that space in order to make the takedown. But better timing yet would be never to let him catch the center space so that he's never able to drop. So I'm still making a diverting step, but before he gets to where he can drop, my arm is in the way. And so the frame of my body, it's not like I'm using my arm to stop him. I'm using this sort of structure, like this frame that I'm sort of anchoring, as just an impediment. So think about how can I put that frame on his advancing movement. Does that make sense? Like how do I get that to happen before he lands? So it doesn't have to be super, it doesn't have to be this like really kind of like, kind of thing. It doesn't have to be like that. Just kind of get the frame where you want it to be at the right time. Okay? Let's give that a try. Try a little less. So when he starts to take a step, my arm is immediately into the movement. You understand what I'm saying? So my arm is like in the movement. So this is a barrier. Just like if I'm making examples, like, no, you're not advancing. That's the feeling. It's not like I'm reacting and hitting. It's like I'm just, as soon as I sense this movement, I'm stopping him with my movement. It's like just my response is like, no. So your arm being the furthest thing out, like that's the thing that's the boundary. If I'm punching, like I'm making yakusugi, the punch hand is at the top of my movement. A little bit ahead, right? But still driven by your center. So arm is right there immediately. The arm is right by. Okay? Last week, Hatodori, we kind of drifted out and then stepped into that space, like that. But you can also do it the same way, using the same hand, drift out, then just put your weight on it here. Like that. It's a pretty good lesson in kind of learning to put your weight on. It took me a while to kind of even get any concept of that. For the longest time, I was pushing on the guy with my arm. And you really want to just get heavy, like with his outstretched, awkwardly placed arm, I'm just basically letting my weight settle. Just like the soggy heaviness of my weight. But like I said, what people see in the beginning is pushing down, so they push down with the muscle. And really, then you just get strong and you're just hitting muscle on muscle. You want to just be soft and heavy on your body. Totally different kind of feeling. Lessening. Okay, we'll do that, try with. So it's the same hand. Ikyo. So you grab, like maybe crossing grab, but you grab and you basically use the movement. We said it could also also be even tighter like that, like really tight and neutral. Okay, now let's say Sean is making Shotokan ski. I'm going to do the same movements. That's going to feel different because we're really used to in karate to be, right? That's normally our mode of operating. But now I'm going to just as like a little softer style. It comes in, I'm going to lift and just cut. Lift, cut. Be kind of careful. That's a pretty rough takedown, so you might not want to take your partner down every time, but just feel it. But that basically here, I'm going to pull and cut. I'm going to actually kind of be going that way before the punch arrives. So not like that. You see the difference? I'm going to be going that way before the punch arrives. Then pull and cut. Okay, let's give that a try. So it's like Ikkyo or punch.